If you haven't been living under a rock in the past few years, you've heard of the Chinese watch market. 5 years into the rabbit hole, and I still find myself amazed at some of the crazy deals you can find on AliExpress. One of the brands that seem to be dishing out great value for money watches, as well as some nice designs, is Mysterious Code. Today we are going to take a quick yet thorough look at an affordable Patek Philippe 1463 homage. We're going to go over all the specs and measurements, the pros and the cons, and we're going to do it quickly with minimum fluff. This watch usually goes for $55 US, but if you're patient you can wait for a sale and get it for less. I picked mine up for just over $34 during one of those sales. A pretty incredible price for what I got in return. These are the available colorways. The watch comes in what seems to be a fuzzy sunglasses case. It's nothing fancy and even a bit of an eyesore, but it does protect the watch very efficiently. This is a compact chronograph, making it a unisex watch, perfect for smaller wrists. The width of the case is only 35mm, and it is made entirely of 316L stainless steel. The finishing is all polished. The overall thickness of the watch is 12mm, including a domed mineral crystal that seems to have some anti-reflective coating applied to it. The distance between the lugs is 18mm, lug tip to lug tip is 42mm, and the watch weighs 47 grams. Water resistance is 50 meters, perfectly reasonable for this type of watch. The dial, I think it's supposed to be a salmon dial, but its color is more orange than anything else. Everything is printed on it in black, and it is done very well. Everything is crisp, and there are no imperfections you can see with the naked eye. It's a busy, very graphic dial, with a whole bunch of information on it. A tachymeter, a detailed minute track, Arabic numerals indices, 2 detailed subdials with textured backgrounds, the brand's name in 2 separate lines under the 12 o'clock marker, and chronograph above the 6. The hands are leaf-shaped, flat and polished to a mirror-like finish. They don't feature any lume, and in fact there's no lume anywhere on this watch. On the 2 and 4 o'clock positions of the case we have 2 piston-style pushers to control the chronograph, and on the 3 o'clock position we have a signed push-pull crown to set the time. Yes, a signed crown on a watch this cheap. The case back actually screws down into place. It too is polished stainless steel, and it has some of the watch's specs engraved on it. The movement powering this watch is no other than a Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz chronograph. It combines the accurate timekeeping of a quartz watch while delivering that smooth sweep of the chronograph second hand. It is really surprising to see one of these in a watch that cost me $34. Another good surprise comes from the strap. This is a nice quality leather strap, slim and supple. Its bottom side is branded, and so is the buckle. Not something you'd expect to see on a watch at this price point. It even features quick release spring bars for easy strap change. And here it is on my 7-inch wrist. Yes, it's small. Is it too small? That depends on your own personal taste. It is very comfortable, and being that small, it won't get in your way. One thing to note though is that the strap is quite short, and if you have wrists larger than say 7.5 inches, it might be too short for you. Though I don't think too many large-wristed fellows would go for a 35mm watch anyway. So the pros list today is actually a list of the things you won't normally expect to get with a $50-something US watch. Starting with the Seiko Mecha Quartz movement of course, the screw-down case back, the signed crown and buckle, decent case finishing, top hat crystal with AR coating, and well-made dial. Though the price is low, it seems like you won't be making too many sacrifices if you pick one of these up. The cons list I think dwarfs when you consider the pros, and it really is hard to complain for the price. Here's what you will be sacrificing. A mineral crystal will always be listed as a con, especially if it's a tall one. It probably will get scratched if you're not careful, and unlike acrylic crystal, there's very little you can do about it. Another thing is the crown. It has absolutely zero leeway to allow you to pop it out, making it very hard to use. And then there's the elephant in the room, and that's the brand's name. Mysterious code might sound silly for native English speakers. If you can look past it, great. If not, well, what can you do? Looking at the instruction manual that comes with the watch, it looks like the watch wasn't really meant for English speakers, but rather for the Chinese domestic market. Bottom line, it's one of those watches that make you wonder, how are they even making money selling these? The movement alone costs around $30 to $35, not to mention the other components of the watch and shipping it across the globe. So would I recommend buying this watch? Absolutely. It's perfect for smaller wrists, for the ladies, and maybe even for kids. If you don't want to spend too much money, but still want to get a new watch, this is definitely one to consider. Check the link in the description if you want to pick one of these up. I'll also leave a link to a 41mm version of the same watch to cater for larger wrists. Keep in mind that those are affiliate links that won't cost you anything extra, but will help the channel keep going with a small commission. So thanks in advance if you do decide to use them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. If you've enjoyed this video, why not check one of these out next? I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.